I decided to visit the MACQ museum, which is the Museo de Arte Contemporáneo in Querétaro. This particular museum was opened in Wednesday 7th of this current month, so it was an interesting topic and place to visit since I actually had an experience with it since it was in its early stages, in the building stages, which before it was a school. So I thought it was a remodelation, but in the end it ended up being the new museum. One particular thing about the exhibit and the museum is that the entrance is actually free as of this time. So it actually invites the user to actually get in and just take a look. All around the museum we see different types of styles and presentation of the artworks, from paintings, from exhibitions, from installations. There's a huge variety of actual sculptures in the patio and in the inside, merging with the new building. This particular work by Erika Harsch had a very intense meaning for me, and at least the experience was pretty spooky and kind of terrifying. I actually thought in first instance that it was something about the Holocaust, just by seeing all these reflected bodies on the floor. But in the end, it was an actual really good meaning. The song doesn't help a lot, but it's actually very emotional and happy scenery. In this part of the exhibition in the museum, in second level, we see this newer type of art, more contemporary, which consists mostly of installations and sculptures all around the museum. So we see in the first one, we see Bienvenidos. Well, this type of art is actually taped up. So the meaning is actually you're not actually welcome. You're supposed to be where you're not. But that message there and that particular form of representing it was very interesting to my eye. We also see around the museum this type of art which is more sophisticated and perfect and in equilibrium, just as the name of this particular piece of art. And I think the only motive for this type of sculptures is just to cut the eye. Just from the perfectionist, this one is a very particular and perfect sculpture. We then see these big installations with mirrors and orthogonal size and radicality, and by the magnitude and the size, it tends to caught the eye of the users. And with the mirrors, it actually interacts with the user, since every single user that I particularly saw that day took a picture there, well, selfies. So I thought the same thing. Well, I'm going to take my selfie here too. According to architecture, or what we can see, we still see the remains of the original architecture of the museum, which was a school. So every single gallery around the museum, it was actually a classroom or a bathroom or a storage room. So we kind of resemble that originality, but the way they adapted this to a new museum was actually pretty good. It's a very small museum. It's a very linear museum. It doesn't have anything that impressive. Mostly the patio is the more interesting one, where we see the magnitude of the pieces that are way bigger. We see a Salvador Dali sculpture outside, which is pretty amazing for the first instance. One particular thing about this museum and their exhibits is that any exhibit has anything to do with the other. Every single exhibit is just there for the aesthetics, and well, I might see it as a publicity move, since you want to make a great impact in the society and the uncultured part of the spectator. But well, it's a nice move, I respect it, and you're gonna get a lot of people inside because of this. But in the future, once you have a name of yourself, I expect this museum, with the potential that it has, the volume that it has, to actually have particular exhibits. I assume that's gonna happen. I hope that's gonna happen. But this particular museum has a great potential, great location, and for me, it's a masterpiece of remodelation and architecture.